Hey everyone, we are Daeccen. My name is Jacob Cross. I am the keyboardist and producer for this album.
I am Cameron Farr. I am the drummer.
He is the drummer. That's what he does.
That is what I am.
He does all the drums, and I do everything else.
Everything else.
They're really good drums, though. The band would not be the band without your drums, so you're needed.
That's why it's a band and not just an artist specifically.
But anyways, our album, Daeccen, named after our band Daeccen, the first song on the album named Daeccen, came out yesterday.
We like threes.
we like threes. We use threes a lot. And today we're going to be listening to the whole album and just talking about it, giving commentary, sharing bits of lore and just our process. And so join us while we listen to Daeccen. Again, because we recorded this already and it didn't record right, so...
You don't have to mention that.
Too late. Okay, I'm good to go.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
So, I mentioned it in the previous recording of this, but this sound effect is from Twilight Princess. But don't tell Nintendo. We don't need them suing us. There was also a little sound effect from the Mist Riven series. Just a little bit of a throwback in there. But the rest of this is just audio from our songs just played backwards. Like we're going back in time with the bell. That was your idea, was the back recordings. That was from Tool?
Yeah.
That was a Tool idea. Well, a lot of Tool inspiration, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of, obviously, prog inspiration. Mainly for me, I feel like I'm the prog head here.
You are.
But I mean, you do like Pink Floyd, you like Tool a lot as well, so it's still a shared interest for sure.
Yeah, it was not hard to get into that mindset where you'd share a really crazy idea, and it was like, okay, well, let's do it, because that's very Pink Floyd, very Tool. We're also inspired by Sungazer, Haken, Aviations, Leprous, bands like that. Yeah. We took a lot of notes.
I'm still in my Leprous phase.
You're still in your Leprous phase. Leprous is okay for me. I'm definitely more Aviations and Haken recently.
Band's breaking up.
It's over. We not the same interests. Fuck you. But yeah, not much to say about the first song. It's just supposed to be like an intro, just getting you into the feel of the album. But then we have this sound effect. This was an accident, wasn't it? This sound effect?
Yep. This was me just going originally in Reaper when I was recording my drums and just pulling back all the way to the beginning of something that I was doing with the audio or the melody that you had done initially for Cadence, and it just sounded cool.
I think it was just piano.
90. Yes.
It was just piano. Yeah.
Yes. But I also had some of my drums there too. But 90% of our ideas with our songs is just, hey, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's just, oops, wait. That's actually pretty good. The beginning of this song actually was just the dumb idea of, let's write a melody that's using the letters of the band. So the melody is D, A, E, C, C, E, G, because if you count up the keyboard, it's G is N. But yeah, that's where you're getting that pattern. And the whole song's in 7 because of it. I think it's one of the only songs that's in 7. Because only the end of Jericho is in 7. Also.
Yeah, which I count in 14.
True, yeah. I'm just turning down the song because it's actually kind of loud on my end.
You're good.
There we go. Y'all get to see my Spotify information for a second there. But
one thing I will say is with Cadence specifically, it was my first... I've only been drumming... I've drummed a little bit in the past in high school, but I've always loved music and drums in general. I've just never really had the opportunity until now. And Cadence was the first time I was getting into anything other than 4.
Yeah. Going from not really playing it to 7, counting 7 is hard.
Yeah. So that first drum pattern that I came up with for Cadence took me a long time.
Yeah, and
just to even get something that sounded good in 7.
And spoiler alert, he's still not happy with it to this day.
I'm not.
I have to battle him to just like leave it alone. Like we just need to get the album done. Just leave it. It's
we gotta
fine.
continue
it's
on
good.
to other
yeah,
songs.
It's good. It's good enough. But yeah, I think we had different ways of counting it. Cause I count 5-2, and you were counting 4-3. I think.
I was, but I kind of I leaned over to your idea of the 5-2, and did end up feeling a lot better.
Yeah, I feel like 5-2 just snappier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. We did a lot of variations of that to try to figure out the best way for him to count the drums. But yeah, so the whole first half of the song, the melody is D, A, E, C, C, E, G. But here I start to do a variation of that where it actually drops down to C because the song's cadence. Which, if you didn't know, was an anagram of Daeccen, or Daeccen's an anagram of cadence. That was actually Cameron's idea for the band. You get the credit for the band name.
Because the very first song, or maybe should we talk about it when we get there?
Oh, we can talk about that when we get there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that far off.
Yeah, it's true.
This solo's sick.
One thing I will say, just before on that section with the hi-hats, I have electronic drum kit because I'm poor and and I can't make a lot of noise where I live, so I can't actually do real drums. The hi-hat on this electronic drum kit does not agree with me.
Yeah, it was Kazuya's problems the whole album.
It's very difficult for it to register me doing a quick 8/16 pattern on the hi-hat while opening and closing the hi-hat. It does not like it.
In one of the later songs, we have like a jazz section, and I wanted him to do like this hi-hat pattern, and he literally could not do it because it just wouldn't work. We had to switch it to ride, which it sounds good, but yeah, that hi-hat.
It sounds good, and you know, I'm gonna stand by this no matter what. I think what makes art great is the limitations of the artist.
Absolutely. Figuring out how to work around it. Because, like, even if you have an idea, if it's not working, then you need to figure out something that will work. Fun fact, this whole end section with the guitar is spelling cadence and then Daeccen back-to-back with the chords. So right there it goes E into G and then C, and now it's just spelling it out. This took a minute for me to actually get the chords to spell. There's a couple like quick strums.
I mean, it took you a while just to even come up with the initial melody.
Oh yeah, and then figure out how to play it. Because D A E C C E G. It's just But yeah, that song, we like that song, and I'm definitely a fan of it. But it's definitely not our best because we were just being experimental. But I feel like
I'm much more loving of the latter half.
Oh yeah,
of that.
The latter half's really good. I really like the synth solo that I threw together.
Yeah,
that was
baseball organ.
That was the baseball organ. Yeah, that was a last minute change because you were like, it needs something, and so I was like, okay, and so I just started messing around with synths, found that one, ripped that solo. It's fucking amazing. First try, I'm just like, okay, cool. Stuck in the little baseball game mention at the end of the solo. That's usually how it goes. We just we listen to the songs over and over. We're like, it's missing something, and then we just slap something on.
It's mainly me.
Yeah.
I throughout the whole process of this album, I've listened to this album probably hundreds of times, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably over 100, because you listen to it almost every day. Was it driving to work or just at work? Or both?
Driving.
Oh, driving.
Driving. It's hard to listen to it while working.
Oh yeah, true. You need something.
And actually paying attention
yeah.
to what's going on.
I listen to it a lot, but not in the sense of I was driving or anything, because I don't fucking go out ever. I'm just stuck at home all the time. So I would just listen to it in the production software and just make tweaks, adjustments to the volume. All of the mixing and everything I did, which was hell, but I think it came out pretty good. This was the first album I've ever done for any music project where I dedicated full mixing. and to make sure it like sounded as best as it possibly could on release. And I think it was totally worth it. I think it came out really good.
Because he cares about Daeccen more than his own personal music.
Well, it was more like I was too scared to actually give it a shot. But with the band, it was like, I gotta do it for the band. I gotta like try my best. And now I've learned a lot. But anyways, enough about that. We need to talk about this song.
Yeah. Icarus.
Yeah, Icarus.
Icarus. Icarus, I think, was one of the first songs that I got my double bass pedal for.
Yeah, for the latter half of the song.
So, obviously this album isn't layered chronologically or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like after Icarus, you start to hear a lot more double bass.
I feel like after Icarus, the songs just get better, for the most part. Like, we wrote like 3 songs before Icarus. I think this was number 4. And this is where we really hit our groove. It was Heartview, Feral Root, Mechanethium. And Heartview, Mechanethium, we've had issues with. Feral Root, we'll get there. That's its own animal. But this one, yeah. This one, we really hit our groove. We came up with the name, and then I just like did my best to capture the sound of like flying. Took notes from Pink Floyd, and I think we nailed it. It feels like flying.
I really like the hi-hat for this one because it has the tambourine attached to it.
Yeah,
so and I love how it sounds very wintry.
Yeah.
Which
it's like
I
cold.
imagine.
It's like cold.
I imagine, maybe in the music video, that, or just like visually what you see is like he's currently near like a mountain.
Yeah.
Right? He's flying right now.
This part's so good.
And now he's getting past that, he's getting into the atmosphere.
This part's warmer because like the beat picks up, so he's like getting closer to the sun. Yeah, this whole section came out really good. I think I did the solo with no drums. I think. And then you recorded the drums after.
Yep.
So it was really weird writing a solo with no drums at all. Just like guessing how it was going to turn out. And then you just did that change up halfway through, which was a really good change up. I like that. This was a cool idea. Where did you get this? That's coming up.
Haken.
That was Haken?
Yeah, absolutely Haken. I can't remember the specific song. 3s again.
Lots of 3s. And then complete time signature change, key drop. Yeah, we wanted to just like capture the story of Icarus, so this is the part where his wings burned and now he's falling. I
remember that this specific drum pattern too was a lot simpler.
Yes.
It actually progressively goes from more complicated to what its original form was.
Yeah.
By the 4th iteration?
I don't remember.
Because this is the 3rd?
Yeah.
That's why
Oh yeah, you count down. Each section you like remove a hit.
Yeah, this is the original.
This is 2. So we did 4, 3, and this is 2, and then next one.
No, this is 1.
Oh, that was the 1?
Right?
Oh yeah, that was the 1. Yeah. Because this is the end.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. And yeah, so we just want to tell the whole story of like Icarus, like him wanting to fly, actually flying, wings burning, and now he's like in the sea drowning. We really tried to like tell a story. I feel like aside from Cadence is the only one that doesn't really have a story to it, but most of the songs have a story.
Or a general overall
theme.
Arcing theme. Yeah, exactly.
Cadence is the only one where we were just like, the song is just about music, I guess.
With which this heartbeat
goes into
leads into
the next song.
Heartbeat.
Which is the first song we worked on. I think we wrote it accidentally because we just were sitting down to practice playing. And then you were like, I like this drum beat that I made. And I was like, well, let me play this piano on top of it. And then boom, the band started.
Which before, do you remember what we were trying to play together over Discord?
I don't remember the song. I know it was Linkin Park.
Somewhere I Belong.
Yeah, we were trying to play Somewhere I Belong at the same time over Discord, and it was not working. There was too much lag.
Latency.
So we just like gave up on practicing and just started writing immediately.
Yep.
I'm really proud of these like piano licks that I threw in there, just like the improv. That's how I do all of the songs. I write them in like a specific key, and then I just like, I have a general idea of what notes are in that key, and then I just start improvising. I know where my home is, and I just like try to resolve. Another spoiler alert: neither of us know music theory. We don't know how to read sheet music. We didn't take any courses.
Very much mostly me.
Yeah, he knows even less than me.
At least Jacob has been doing this for well over 5 years, I think, right?
Oh, well over. I've been playing piano for 10. 10 plus. But I haven't taken, like, any proper courses. Everything I've learned about, like, BPM and keeping time and time signatures and keys, all just practice. Just, like, messing around.
I love the chorus of Heartbeat, though.
Yeah, it's pretty groovy.
It's funky.
I can tell we were holding back though. I think that's the one thing, is because we just started. It was the first song. We weren't sure if we wanted to do heavy or not, and so we definitely held back because there's no guitars outside of the ending of the song. This is like just synth. The bass is on the lighter side. Even for this section, the bass isn't that heavy compared to other sections or other songs.
It just sounds heavier because it's isolated between drums and bass.
And also, I boosted the hell out of it in mixing because I wanted it to like really hit hard. But yeah, that's my one complaint with Heartview, is that it was the first song, so we held back. We were like, hesitant to like get going, but then Magnetithium, we went too hard, and so we had to reel it back. And then we found our happy medium with Icarus.
This part of the song, I think, is unintentionally inspired by Machina by Sungazer.
Oh, by Sungazer.
Which I don't know if you remember.
I don't think I remember that one.
Machina is kind of, it sounds like a train.
Okay, yeah, I do kind of get that vibe of like the chugging.
Yeah.
It kind of matches the music video actually that we have with the machine going.
It does, with the doohickey.
The doohickey, yeah. The heart machine, or whatever it is.
Pumping the blood through the dog head. Oof. First solo, you continued that little arpeggio way longer, and I said, stop. Too long.
That was the first and probably I think the only time that I did a solo that you didn't like a part of it. Because all the other solos in the songs, I feel like you've liked what I've done. You just like wanted to like
for the most
changes.
part, yeah.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
You were no.
In that instance, I said too long, and you asked what should I do. I'm like, maybe just return to the melody, see how that sounds, like the initial melody.
I was like, okay.
I think it sounds great.
It was a good change. Again, we were just starting, so I was like, I don't know how crazy I want to get, so I was just like, let me just keep going. And I got to do more of those arpeggios in Jericho later on, just the rolls.
Another kind of like turning point in how we did music as well was how much sound effects.
Yeah, this one was very sound effect heavy.
Music. Yeah, we had a lot of sound effects beginning and end of this song. It tells the theme.
It's good.
And the story well enough. We don't want to be super sound effect dependent, but
it does add atmosphere. It leads into
like on
this one. Yes, Anagram. I think this is like our favorite. We don't say it's our favorite, but we love this song.
That's my wife.
Yeah, that was Cameron's wife.
That's Scarlett.
So, let me talk about this one. Because Cameron sent me these drums. To be fair, they were stupid sounding. There was no pattern, there was no rhythm. He didn't have a beat or anything.
Intentionally?
Yeah, intentionally. It was just random noise. And he was like, think you can make this into an interlude song? I was like, okay. So I just put them on beat, and I just threw this together. Honestly, in one day. I did it in one day. I just sat down like 8 hours and ripped this out.
My idea was definitely also Haken-esque. I don't remember the song right off the top of my head.
It was Linkin Park, wasn't it? Or was it both?
Oh, okay. So yeah, a little bit of both. There's a song that I'll probably try to find later.
I love this ending.
Fire.
Woo! Woo! I love that song. It was Linkin Park. It was Linkin Park interlude.
It was definitely Mr. Han. That song, I can't remember off the top of my head. Card, I guess I could talk about.
Yes.
It's my favorite song.
It sure is.
It's very drum forward, drum centered for sure. This is. I hesitate to say it because they are in a completely different league than us, but this is definitely a love letter, I suppose, to Dream Theater's.
He forgets the name.
Forgets the name. Dance of Eternity.
Dance of Eternity. It's definitely not to that degree, but yes, this song is very chaotic. We go all over the place.
Technically wise, yeah, not even close. We're not even near that level.
For me, when I started working on this, I came up with that guitar at first. The whole vibe I was going for was just boss battle, just like
well, let's be truthful. This was originally just going to be a jazz song.
This was going to be the interlude. But until Anagram showed up, and we didn't want multiple. So I was like, okay, what if we take that jazz section and make it one part of the whole song? This part.
Ragtime.
I did not like the drums to this part for the longest time, but now I like them. It was a good change. I was just mad because I had a whole idea planned out, and you were like, no, and you just did your own thing. And it was like, motherfucker. It came out good. But yeah.
Which is similar in some ways to the Dance of Eternity, where they do have a slight ragtime section in that song as well.
This song was a chaotic process, I'd say. It was the last one we worked on, so we were like, let's just go crazy, have time signature changes all over the place. The key is so weird. I still don't know what key this song's in. Because it's so strange. I think it's C, and then it goes into C sharp, and then it goes E into E flat. So it shouldn't sound good, but it works because it's like, it's anxiety inducing, like a boss battle. We're saying it's like a Cuphead boss battle.
Cuphead.
A friend of mine said it sounds like Megalovania from Undertale. Like, it just has that vibe of like you're fighting something. In this case, it'd be like the devil.
Which is the devil, the poker game with the devil. Where he steals your soul after you ante up.
And this is where you're going
to hell. And
this
is going to hell. Yep.
I'm pretty happy with this part.
Which is the countdown.
Yeah. Everything from here on was my idea. Like, up until the next section after the blast beats. I had the idea for the counting down, speeding up, and then it's lessening how many notes per repetition going, and then the call outs. That was also my idea.
Now 2.
How about 3?
Maybe 5?
I'm really happy with how this song came out. It's so good.
And when I was looking through footage to find for the music video for this song, this whole part of us going back and forth with that, I was immediately thinking of like, all right, we're in hell. What's the stage? What do we do? What's going on to the guy that's in hell? He's being tortured.
And those are the individual
He's
hits.
being tortured, and those are us counting back and forth. Like, we're like the little devil's associates going like, Beatles. Now 2, now 3.
But yeah, that jazz section was just the song. That was what the song was going to be.
That was originally.
And then we gave up. I forced Cameron to do blast beats right here for fun.
Because you have asked for it for so long.
I wanted to see how it would go. It came out pretty good.
This inspired by
Opeth.
No, not Opeth. French metal band. My brain sucks.
I thought it was Opeth.
It was not Opeth.
Oh no, this is Gojira.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Also, this synth. Again, I fucking just ripped this in one day. It was just like, this needs a solo. And I just fucking, okay.
I think this is my favorite solo of yours.
It's so good. This part right here, it's doing its own chord progression while the music is doing a different chord progression. And they're like layered. So good.
And then we go back to the main melody.
Right here, yeah. I came up with that guitar pattern, that dee 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 dee, also just on a whim at night. It was like 8 p.m. and I was just like, we need something for card, and so I just like pulled out my guitar.
You do your best work.
Yeah, I do my.
You do your best work in the middle of the night.
When you're not on.
Hungover after a fucking white monster.
Fucking have no energy because all the caffeine is out of my body, and I just fucking. This is my piano, by the way, right here. I just mess around on that and make weird noises, send him to Cameron, and then he listens the next morning. So we completely missed the section that was the Gojira, where we count offbeats.
Yeah.
I love that part. That part came out really good.
Yeah, it's fun. At this point, I had kind of run out of ideas for for drum patterns.
You sure did,
because
bud. You sure did.
I had gone through most of the first section after the ragtime, almost all in one go. Did the Gojira section, and then I came to this, and I'm like, the fuck do I do? And I had pulled something out, and Jacob said no.
That was, I think, the
something
only
different.
Time that I got mad at Cameron. I was like, dude, it's the last part of the last song we're working on, and it was just the most generic pop beat I've ever heard. And I'm like, I'm disappointed, man. What the hell did you send me? I thought it was an error. But yeah, I gave him a hard time, but it came out really good.
But it turned out better. It turned out better.
I like that section a lot better.
It's needed.
Yeah.
This
part came out great, though.
Originally, I was gonna do Ride, like a really soft ride at the end, and I'm like, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it at all.
This was the right call. The toms are so good.
That line up with your your little offbeat piano.
Yeah, the whole song, this whole section's in 5. A melody that I wrote when I was a kid, and I brought it back for this song. But that overlying piano on top was, again, just me improvising and just trying to come up with a melody over top of everything. Card's so good. It's a very good song.
Also, 706.
Yeah, 706 for 666. But yeah, so that's Cameron's favorite. It's very good. It's very good song.
And then right after that, we get Jacob's
favorite. This song,
which started out.
This song, I do my own music under the name Jacob Cross, and the last full original album I did was called Lost, and I was going to have a song on it called Jericho. I had worked on it, but it felt kind of cringy. I wasn't really feeling it, but the guitar riff I came up with was really good, and so it was that's kind of what Daeccen's for, is taking random ideas and let's just run with it. And so we created this song, Jericho's Fault, and this
at the time,
this song's the magnum opus. This song's so good. God,
I don't remember what song you were working on at the time, but I remember you throwing that riff at me because it was a downtime for me not doing any drums because we just didn't have anything to work on, and you threw Jericho at me, and you're like, do something.
Yeah. Because I think I was looking through old project files for inspiration for our songs. That's also where I got decided. But I remember that guitar riff. I showed it to you before and you liked it. And I was like, I'm not using it. And so I just sent it to you. It was record something. This whole section in the beginning, I recorded after that.
Yes.
This came later.
The original riff, which is in the chorus, is what I based the drum pattern off of initially. And then you go past that to the next section, which was something that I also added drum-wise, the tom section after that. And then we fell back because we really liked the idea of the marching toms.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, let's start really light with this intense beat march.
I mean, one thing that I always wanted to do was if I was going to do a song about a Bible story or something like that, I wanted to make sure the music matched the story. And so since this is about Jericho, I was like, well, okay, we have to have marching. We have to have sounds that sound like destruction. And so that's when we went back, added the marching sound effect. I came up with this guitar pattern based off of the chord progression that was originally going to be in my version of Jericho. And so I wrote this, and you came up with these sick drums. These drums are so good in this first part.
I'm glad. You glazed me very hard for that little offbeat.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I think that's my favorite drum pattern you've done in the album. Yeah,
really?
It's so good. And then with that guitar and all of the religious sounds and whatnot and chanting, it's so good. But this was.
I also remember around here, you had a different sound effect.
I did.
Before going into the chorus, and I fought you on that too, saying no, just let it die.
Yeah, I think I had like one more chant in there, but I got rid of it. But yeah, this was the original guitar pattern I had, and then he did the drums for it. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a good guitar pattern. And then this...
In some ways... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, this solo also I'm pretty proud of, because it's completely dissonant. It completely breaks the key of the rest of the song, but it matches the, like, violent sound that we're going for. Right here.
Initially, when I had done the drum pattern for this, I'm like, I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to add a little bit more to it, because it feels kind of samey throughout this entire chorus. I either never got the chance to go back to it or forgot.
Well, I thought the ideas you had for this chorus you ended up doing in the second chorus at the end of the song.
Yeah, that's part of it too. I don't think I ever... I think everything's good enough.
Yeah.
It's another one of those situations where you gotta move on, you gotta keep going to the next song.
Momentum's really important. You could get hung up on one section of forever, but you just gotta like be like, it's good, and just like accept that and move on. And I think it was worth it.
Which is why I was gonna compare Cadence, the beginning of Cadence, to the chorus of Jericho.
Yeah.
Drum wise, for me, I feel like I could have done more, but we can't get too hung up on it.
Yeah. I mean, I get that way about some parts too. There's definitely parts of songs where I'm like, I could have done like a little flair here or there, but at the end of the day, you gotta just like, is it really worth taking the time to go into the project and blah, 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 or...
And when is it too much? Are you overdoing it?
Yeah, you do not want to over-season. You don't want to under-season, you don't want to over, because there's already so much noise going on. You gotta like kind of taper it back.
Especially in Jericho, it's very packed.
Jericho was so hard to mix. We had so many problems with volume. It was always so much louder than every other song in the album.
I mean, not as much as the problem mixing as Magnesia.
That's a different beast. We'll get there. Almost the last two songs on the album have their own ups and downs, for sure. But Jericho was a bit of a headache, for sure, just because it's so long. But honestly, it came out so good. All the changes we made. This whole change that you did for this section was really good. Like, just changing... I think you're changing what, like, symbol you're using each section.
Yep.
Now you're on the ride.
And changing the pattern a little bit every time, too. To bring it less complex and get slower and slower.
Yeah, we're slowing down to get to the interlude section. I'm really proud of this song. It came out really good. And originally the theme was just going to be about the story of Jericho. But then as we started working on it more and more, it was like, oh, we can start talking about, like, Jericho being I'm forgetting the word because we're recording. Microcosm. A microcosm of a greater theme, which is that, like, warfare is generally done by people who believe that they're right, they're correct, and that they're owed something, you know? So in the story of Jericho, the Israelites, they believe that they're owed the city of Jericho, and that's where, like, the story goes. And you can say that about any war in human history. Like, people believe that they're owed something, or that something it deserves to be theirs, and then boom. So we just made the story about war as a whole.
War never changes.
Yeah, I'm in the video. I'm gonna have to turn down because we're talking while I'm talking. I'm gonna have to turn it down so it's not chaotic. But yeah, this section is literally just word for word from Joshua 6 of the Bible. I think I tweaked a couple words to make it a little bit more impactful, but I didn't go too crazy and like make it
changing the entire meaning.
Yeah, I didn't change the message. So that's why if you pull up like an actual Bible and read Joshua 6 with this, it's basically the same.
And was this Old Testament or New Testament?
This is Old Testament.
Do you remember? Okay.
Yeah, this is Old Testament. Most of these stories of like, you know, the actual violence and whatnot are Old Testament. But yeah, so we just took Joshua 6. I think I don't even remember the edition that I got it from. I think it was a direct Hebrew translation, but just took that, did a little bit of tweaking and rephrasing, and we just recorded over it for this whole section. The whole piano section, I also kind of just ripped out one day. Yep. I was just like, what if we just did a section where we just read the Bible passage and with piano playing?
And it does help to have this basically at the halfway point of Jericho, where you have this marching beginning, this build up, big explosive chorus, come back down into the interlude, because you have so much energy and you gotta like dissipate that energy and then build back up. You can't have a 15-minute song and just be balls to the walls crazy the entire time.
Yeah, it's too much. You have to have the ebb and flow. I feel like we're pretty good with that with our songs. We like build up and then we come down. We build up, we come down. We build up, we come down. We never stay super heavy for too long. Aside from one song. One song I feel like we were heavy for a little too long. I think you know which one.
Yeah.
But aside from that though, I feel like we're pretty good at like doing the ebb and flow. And here we're building again. As the story gets more intense. Yeah.
Was it my idea or your idea to do like the demonic voice in the background?
It was your idea to do the demonic voice, but I'm the one that originally recorded the piano to start doing dissonant chords. To make it like feel unsettling, like something's not right. And then you were like, ooh, we can stack our voices and then have them do like the demonic voice. And so that layered with the dissonant chords just makes it very unsettling. Originally, I wanted this to not have drums. It was just going to be piano, but the drums honestly really help.
Yeah.
And then we have we have sounds of like actual like modern warfare in the background. Very hard to hear now with the current version.
It is,
but it's still there. You can still like get glimpses of it.
Especially with the crash, I feel like maybe I did go a little too heavy with the crash here, but it
hits.
It needs to build. It needs to build.
I think right here in the song, I'm no longer playing dissonant chords. I'm just slamming. I'm just like hand on the piano, just hitting. Which is, you know, the point. It's you're supposed to feel uncomfortable. You know, like this is messed up. There you have the little bit of the radio. Here I was channeling my, again, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, with like just like how they have their little piano flourishes and then they go quiet and then they do a little bit of piano and then quiet. I was doing a little bit of that. Also the Guardian theme, where it's like a bunch of dissonant notes and it just feels unsettling.
Oh, yeah.
I was going for a bit of that. All of this, I didn't have any metronome playing or anything. I was just pure vibes. Just like, how does it feel?
And I just tagged along with you.
Yep. I mean, you liked the idea, so you were like, sure, let's do it. And here we start going back to the next section.
Chorus reprise. Which, I like teasing the original chorus with here.
But then we change up.
Yeah. It's still different. This is a hi-hat and not the splash cymbal.
Yeah. And then you switch to ride at this next part.
And then I switch to ride. Feels like it gets more open. And it gives way to that explosive tom.
Yeah. Because I added the gaps in the guitar riff for you to like fill in with a tom. This solo, I'm pretty fucking proud of this solo. Because I practiced this a lot. I'm actually doing those rolls on a piano, pretending to be a guitar, and it was tough.
If you ever do it live, you're doing it on a guitar. That's not. That's out of the question. You're doing it on the guitar.
It came out so good. One thing I will say, I love this part. The drums are great for this part. But a lot of people will not catch that this whole section is changing key. Like, we start the beginning of the song in D, and then we like elevate up to F, and now we're transitioning to F sharp. And so it just feels unsettling, like we're gaining momentum as it goes.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, it's very subtle, but the guitars change. And right here, we're in F sharp.
It's because I don't know music that well.
You're like, I don't know what an F sharp is.
What are these letters? What do they mean?
This ending, though, this is my favorite part of the whole album in general. Cameron's idea.
Thank you.
It came from Leprous. Yep. It was
The Sky is Red.
Yeah. The idea of having this haunting, quiet section with just like one instrument, and then
with a weird, gross-sounding synth.
Yeah. And then just a time signature that doesn't feel right. Which they don't do in Leprous. In Leprous, I think they're just in 11 the whole time, so it just feels weird because it's 11.
It is 11.
Yeah. But for us, we were like, what if we have the synth in a different time signature than the rest of the music? So the guitar and drums and everything are in 7. but that synth is an 8. So it's like the blinking car lights, like turn signal, where it's like it doesn't line, it lines up and then it goes off, and it just feels wrong. And we were going for like
because
this is.
It is wrong, because this is the aftermath of, like, a nuke.
Aftermath of war, just in general.
Or
like,
war,
The cost, you know?
Yeah.
It's supposed to feel haunting and unsettling. If you felt uncomfortable listening to this, then we did our job.
Good.
Yeah, good. That's the point. But we wanted this to sound pretty, though, too. It's supposed to be beautiful, which I think it does. I think this section sounds great, even if it's uncomfortable. Your drums are really cool because you're playing in 7, but your snares are emphasizing 8.
9. It's 9, 3, and 11 is
9,
right.
3, and 11. Beat 9, beat 3, beat 11. Because you were counting to 16? No, you were counting to 14. You're counting to 14.
Yeah.
I was counting to 16 on the synth.
Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4.
6.
Yeah. Oh.
9, 3. Yeah. This section came out really good. It wasn't too hard for me to count because I did the synth by myself and then we did the drums after the fact. It was a little tricky for you. Didn't I send you a version without the synth so that's why you wouldn't get fucked up? Or did you play it with the synth?
I played it with the synth.
I couldn't remember.
I think, and 9311 was just a number I had in my head. I just threw it out and I said, I'm gonna try that. It just worked.
Yeah.
It just worked.
It just works. Except for that last hit. That last kick was not. I think that last kick was on.
Yeah, we had to like plan that differently because it goes to 8, right? At the very end?
Yeah, because the rest of the instruments fade out, so then the music's in 8 again. So you had to resolve on 8. So that's why you weren't offbeat. This section's so good. That horn is so freaky. I found it, and I was like, I need a horn that like sounds uncomfortable, and I found that.
Which originally, we were going to do like a ram's horn,
Yeah,
right?
we were going to do like an actual, like, I forget what it's called, but it's like a Jewish ram horn, but it sounds like an Ewok horn.
Does not fit the vibe.
Like, no, we need something a little bit more haunting. So I went for a synth. I know this song. Summerly. So
mainly your song.
Mostly my song, but I want to go into the naming conventions with this song because this one's funny. So all of the names for the songs are random phrases or words that we came up with, and we just scrambled the letters around. So like anagram, for example, was like, what if we wrote a song about calling the manager? And so that's what we're like, can I speak to the? It's supposed to be manager,
which is also a clue into like the naming scheme of all of our songs.
And we're like, let's have a song called Anagram to clue that in. So we took the word manager, scrambled it to be anagram. That's why it's like it's the word anagram, but it's spelled wrong.
Do you want to go in order? Heartview?
Yeah.
It was
Heartview was yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was whatever because I told Cameron to name his project file whatever because we didn't know the name of the song, and he was like, okay.
And I said, got it, Chief.
He called it whatever. He listened perfectly to my instructions, and so we just started scrambling the letters from there. Same way we did with the band name, and so we came up with Heartview. So Heartview's whatever. Cadence is Deacon.
After that
Deacon
was
is Cadence. Icarus FOV is vociferous.
Vociferous.
Which is like, I think it's called vehement, where it's like you're passionate that you are right. Like to the point where you won't take no for an answer, which is very Icarus, where he was going to fly and nothing's going to stop him, even if it means he dies, which he does. Jericho's
card is pretty simple.
Card is just dark, which is a little Easter egg to my first band I started with my brothers, which we didn't do anything with. It was called Dark Day, spelled D-A-E, and so Deacon is D-A-E-C-C-E-N. So I was like, what if we do a song called Dark? And then scrambled it to card. Jericho's Fault. That was my favorite. It went through a few different names. I think it was called Saint Jericho for a bit.
It was Saint Jericho, yep.
But we switched to Justice for All. Is the new one, and so now it's Jericho's Fault. And then Summerly.
Joe Jones.
Jones. So when we came up with the name for this song, James Earl Jones died that day. Literally, I think you told me like that James Earl Jones died, and while we were working on music, it was like, oh my god, James Earl Jones died. It's like we need to do a song dedicated to him, and so we took his name and shortened it to Earl Jones. And we scrambled into Summerly.
And we've already passed the section, but we used to have
a voice line
quote from
Lion King, but Disney would be on us, so we had to get rid of it.
I tried to find some sort of audio file that would work
from him
for the song thematically wise, but I couldn't.
I couldn't either, so we just ended up scrapping it.
And naming convention only, this song is dedicated to.
But the theme also kind of ties into it because the song's about growing old. It's just about time passing, and like we grew up with James Earl Jones, like Mufasa, Darth Vader, and the fact that he's gone now. It's just a testament to like time passes, and that's what Summerly's about. It's about the seasons passing. We start the song in fall. We start in fall with the mandolin, and then it goes into the synth of winter, and now we're in spring with the piano, and we're gonna go into summer, which is the heavy section of the song right here. And so Summerly.
Drums.
Drum talk.
Drums. Originally, this was basically it.
Yeah.
This pattern right here was pretty much just it.
The whole
I was unsatisfied. I was not satisfied.
It was.
I came back.
Boring.
I came back and added this shit, and I am so happy I did because the end of this little drum section is my favorite fill in all of every song.
Really? This song.
It flows really well. It flows so well.
I didn't know it was your favorite. I thought Card was still your favorite. It is a really good transition.
Yeah.
It goes with the melody of the music too. This song was another one of those ones where I'm like, I just sat down and was like, I'm gonna write a song, and I just sent it to him.
You're very good at just making.
Yeah. I feel like I have an ear for understanding like music composition, and so I just like sometimes I just get hit with inspiration. I just sit down and just do. Don't think about it, just do. Because I've just been doing it long enough. This ending I really like, because there's multiple different melodies going on at the same time, but they go well.
You held me back on these rides.
I was like, calm down. It's the end of the song. But yeah, Summerly's really good. Summerly's still up there as like, not one of my favorites, but it's definitely like one of the best ones I really like.
It's definitely, I think it's top 5 for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoy listening to the song.
Might be top 5 for me.
Gate closing.
Gate closing. This song
leads into
this song. This is my number 2.
One of your favorites.
This is my number 2.
Yeah.
So this song, Decided Anathema, which the name is Dedicate an Anthem, scrambled. This song, how old was I? 20, maybe? I came up with this synth pattern that we're listening to right now. And this is the original time signature it was in. I think this was in 10. And I came up with that synth, and that's all I had. That was the whole song. I kind of didn't know where to go from there. I was like, where do I take this? And so I've just been sitting on it for years. And then Daeccen comes along, and I'm like, let's try bring it back.
Now's the time.
Yep, now's the time. And so I showed it to Cameron and was like, where can we take this? And we just started talking about it. And then this song was, I think, by far the easiest song we wrote.
It flowed. Feral Roots.
Feral Roots pretty close, but I think this one, we were just like, and then we do this, and then we did it. And then we do this.
It chronologically, it just... you did the first opening synth. We went to
this section.
This verse, then the chorus, then the second verse, then the second chorus, and then the ending. It just
and you recorded your drums, and they were perfect first try. I just had to go in and like adjust timings, but that was it. There was no like, oh, can you go back and change this? It was just like, can you record drums? Thanks. It was just so seamless.
This is definitely at a point where we were hitting our stride, where we were just, we knew what we were doing.
And also the song's in 4 or 8. Wait, I think it's in 4. And so it was really easy to just like flow because we weren't doing a weird time signature. There's no real like major time signature changes aside from the beginning, which is in 10. And so it was just really easy to record. And the whole idea I was going for with that verse was 2 people talking. So you have the one guitar and then another guitar, and they're like going back and forth. And this is supposed to be like an argument right here.
Oh no.
And the whole idea is that it's about I think your camera just lagged. I don't know if you saw that.
Yours did too. Yeah.
But yeah, it's supposed to be like an argument, and so it's about a guy getting kicked out of heaven. And so this is like the aggression of like finding out that that's what's happening.
Denial.
Yeah. And then we go into another like conversation, a sad section, and then we go into like the acceptance at the end.
The 5 stages of grief.
Yeah, we did that on accident. Whoops. Accidental 5 stages of grief. Yeah, this song, I'm really proud of this. There's so many solos. I have the double guitar solo at the beginning. There's that solo. There's the opening synth solo at the beginning. And now we're on a piano Rhodes solo here. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't feel like a solo. It feels like singing. It feels like a verse melody. It's not like super crazy groovy all the time. It feels like there could be lyrics here.
I really enjoyed the 2 instruments talking to each other as if it's 2 people.
It's hard to do. It's very hard to do. I would have to like really practice to do it again.
Especially because sometimes they're overlapping.
Yeah.
It's not you go.
Yeah.
There's a tiny bit of overlap here. There's a lot of overlap here.
I was able to do it through improv first try, but to memorize it and repeat it, that's where I feel like I'm gonna have a really tough time with this song. Mm-hmm. Because like I could do it once, but then you ask me like
also,
do it again.
On this section with the drums, with the little flams, the little drum roll on the snare.
Oh yeah.
Inspired by Board Kolstad.
Board.
Not Bard. Board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of Leprous.
A lot of Leprous.
I definitely am heavily inspired by him. He's an incredible drummer.
I really like Aviations, but I feel like we didn't really take a lot of notes from Aviations for this album. I feel like next album we're gonna do more Aviations because I've been listening to them a lot. So I'm sure it's going to influence, but we definitely took a lot more.
Sucks that they're done.
But we're not. We're here.
We're here, baby. We'll fill that gap in your hearts.
This section was inspired by Pink Floyd. Right here.
Yeah.
This was a Pink Floyd. Oh god, I'm going to forget the song.
Sorrow.
Thank you. That whole section was Sorrow. And this is my favorite part of this, like, Not necessarily the album. I think the album is still the end of Jericho. But this part's so good. The callback to the beginning of the song, which at this point you've almost forgotten about that. But then it comes back and you're like, oh, right. It's so good. And it's in a different time signature. The beginning's in 10, but now I've reduced it to 8. So it's snappier and faster. It's so good. The bass, too. That bass line.
This last section was also a little bit of a challenge for me in a similar way to Card with its chorus, where I had to come up with different stuff every time.
You have to keep it interesting because it's such a long section.
Like there's one prevailing pattern, but I had to do enough fills to keep it interesting because of how long this ending section is.
This was the only part of this song where we actually had to go back and change things because we had a bunch of really good fills at the end when it's super, super quiet. So we had to like juggle them around. It's like, okay, I like this fill here and this one here. But aside from that, though,
which it was fine before you did the fade out. I remember listening to it and I'm like, okay, great, cool. And then he did the fade out. I'm like, wait, wait,
my drums. This solo, dude. Sometimes I feel like I get possessed by like some music god because I don't really remember doing this solo. But this was one take. I did this solo in one take. This was one go. And then I just went in and cleaned it up. But I was just like listening to the music. I just like jammed.
Temper that ego.
I got possessed. The reason I say that is not necessarily ego. It's because like I don't really remember what I was thinking. I just do. Same thing with like Anagram, where it was like make a song, and I'm like, okay, do. You know, don't think, just do. And which is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because you come up with stuff that's like really cool, but it's a curse because I don't remember what I did. So it's like do it again. It's like I did one backflip. You want me to do another one? So
okay.
it's like yeah, I'm probably just gonna eat shit. But yeah, so I do know my talents, but I also know my weaknesses, and that's my weakness is repeating what I do, which you're really good at. You got really good at like coming up with a pattern and then knowing how to do it again. obviously you need to like the warm up and kind of remind yourself.
Well, in a little philosophy, I had while doing this, because I'm not very experienced with drumming, was if I'm gonna do a pattern on a song, I want to just practice it until I know it. Because if I do something that I try to reach maybe too far sometimes because I know what I'm inspired by and I know what I love, but I know I'm not skillful enough to do that yet. That once I hit my peak of that section, I'm like, okay, can I just do that over and over again? If I can't, I need to tone it down because I'm not going to be able to do this over and over again.
And I try to do that too with most of the solos, but there's a couple like Cadence, Decided, and Card where I did it once and it was just good, and I'm like, we'll see if I can do that again. Can I do it again? Yeah, we'll see. But anyways, this song, Feral Root. The name is Floor Heater.
Was your favorite?
It was my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the name was
Floor Heater.
We were talking about floor heaters one day, and we were just like...
Because you have a very cold room.
I do have a cold room. I have a little space heater, but yeah, I should get a floor heater. But yeah, we were talking about floor heaters, and so we took the word floor heater, and we scrubbed around, we got Feral Root. The original guitar was inspired by Grim Salvo.
Right.
And
Same Plague?
Same Plague, yeah. That's what I was inspired by. And then you did the drums, and then I took the idea and layered it over your drums. And
the first two songs, Heartview, that we ever made, Heartview and Feral Root, was me coming up with a drum pattern, and then you making something out of it, melody-wise.
We kind of stepped away from that just because I'm less busy than you, so I had more time to come up with an initial melody. But I would like to do that more in the future, where you do drums first and then I layer. But this song was by far the most seamless experience. Like, Decided was very seamless. This one though, it just happened. There was we only had like one issue in the middle where you need to redo drums. Like that's it.
It was more of we listened to it over and over and over again. I'm like, I need to add a little spice.
Yeah, and like that was it. Aside from the ending, which we had to hire someone to do the saxophone.
Because the MIDI saxophone didn't sound good enough.
It was not good enough. MIDI is really good at like string instruments or like percussion. And what I mean by percussion is like you hit something and then it resonates. So piano is really good at doing an initial impact hit. Or even guitar where it's like the thumb strumming across the string and then it resonates. Horn, it doesn't get that timbre of like your voice, because when you're playing a wind instrument, a little bit of your voice is going into it because it goes up and down. It has that waviness. MIDI doesn't capture that. It doesn't have the soul, of like human lungs. Yeah, and that's a guy named Kevon Scott that we we asked to work on it, and it came out really good. I wrote the melody.
Well, we paid him.
We paid him. Yeah, we did hire him. Hire real artists. No AI here. But yeah, I recorded the original melody on a MIDI sax, which I think it came out pretty damn good. But it definitely sounds a lot better with the real instrument. Yeah. And
absolutely.
Yeah, it was so good. Again, that was your idea to do the sax at the end. I was kind of against it at first, mostly because I was worried I wouldn't be able to do a good sax. But once you said you were like, I'll just hire someone to do it. It's like, okay, let's do it. And it was worth it. One of the best.
Which was easy enough too. You came up with the melody, and I just sent it to him.
He nailed it.
First try.
Me and him both did a first try. I recorded it. It was like, good, and then sent it to him. He recorded. Good. Stick it in. Good.
Also,
done.
Very professional.
Yeah, very professional. Yeah. He treated it how I would have treated it, which I really like. Where he was just like, he didn't need a lot of notes. He was able to just kind of figure it out, and he was like, okay, cool. Because he didn't have any of the background instruments. It was just the sax that we sent him. He didn't have any context. We need to send the song to him so that's why he can listen to it.
We do. We do need to send the song.
We forgot to do that. This song. Take it away, Cameron.
Well, can we first... I want to pull it back just real quick. Feral Root. Theming. Returning to the earth after you die. It's basically the theme of it. This song.
We'll start with the name.
Fuck this song.
So the name was an accident. There's a machine sound in the middle part of the song. And at one point I said I need to mute the machine. And Cameron was like, write that down! Write that down!
Fire!
I took the phrasing "mute the machine," scrambled it, and came up with this like weird amalgamation of like different words. So it's like you have mech, you have tin, you have like ether, and then
it's definitely like a fantasy metal name.
Yeah,
It's
it's like some kind of like machine that's unnatural. So mechanethium. But
this is our third song that we've ever made. Our first attempt into the foyer of metal, hard rock. I hated my drums for this entire first half. So this entire first half, you have the basis of what I was going for, but I completely redid all of it. Completely.
A little bit of context. This song has been causing us problems forever. Since we started working on it, we've had problems.
Yeah. Technical problems, audio problems.
We had to switch DOS from Reaper to FL Studio to finish this song because Reaper was just not working. The drums were not working correctly. I think multiple times the drum inputs on your kit like were fucked up in Reaper, so you would hit the crash and it would do like a ride or some shit. And so we just had to switch DAWs. But then because we switched DAWs, we had to rework everything. We had to basically rebuild the song again for his drums. And I was having problems with getting the tempo because we have multiple tempo changes in the song, and I had to like manually do those. And so things weren't lining up, and oh my god, it was such a headache. This song was a nightmare. It came out good. It came out good in the end. I'm happy with it.
Especially, I really like this organ.
Yeah.
Organ's fun.
This part, your drums were really bad before on this part, though. They were really bad. Because Reaper wasn't registering like your hits as being light enough. So it was just maximum velocity hits, and it was just too much. I couldn't turn it down enough. Now it's really good. I feel like it's a good balance. Yeah, this song was a nightmare. This one's gonna be a pain in the ass to play, like for real, for both of us. Maybe now with your new drums.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep in mind, there's the whole slowdown section. You're gonna have to practice slowing down your tempo.
I mean, you know, I do it in cards. I can do it in here. And arguably, this is a lot less complicated than the card one.
That's fair.
This is a slow come down. Card was a pretty quick come down.
I feel like both of them are gonna be hard for me. Card like keeping time of that, like counting from 8 to 7 to 6 to 5 4 3 2 1, speeding up, and then here doing this like piano pattern. I don't know if I would do the piano or the guitar.
This 6?
Yeah, the whole song's in 6.
3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah.
The whole song's in 6 except for the organ section. The organ section is at 4. Yeah, because we had written Heartview and Feral Root up to that point, and those were both in 4. 4-minute songs in 4, so we're like, we need to change it up. Let's try something different.
Yeah.
So we decided to do 6, and that's where this whole song came about. Did you do drums first, or was it was your drums first? You did drums first at the beginning. The dun 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 for this song.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were still doing that. I think Icarus was the first song where I did the melody first, and then you did drums after.
Yes.
That's why I kind of took over that role. I don't think you did. I don't think we did drums first after Icarus for any of the songs.
Yeah,
this part took a few tries.
Because you got ahead of me.
Oh, I think your camera froze on the best face possible. That's incredible.
I feel like. Uh-oh.
Well, I'm going to keep talking. All right, I'm sure.
That's not good. Oh.
Oh, hey. you were frozen on the best face possible. That was incredible.
I can't wait to see it.
What the hell? Sorry.
What?
Fucking BattleNet opened. I didn't even know I saw that installed. What the hell? Okay, anyways. I'm gonna have to censor us.
Marching section. Originally bad.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I still don't think I'm that great at drum. What is it called? Why can I not think of the word right now?
Marching drums.
Yeah, I guess marching drums. There's a specific word for it. I can't remember right now. I still don't think I'm that great at it, but it's serviceable.
Yeah. This one's significantly better because you actually have like a little bit of the hit, and the stick kind of like does a couple other hits as it makes contact. The first version you did was not all that great, but that version turned out.
And if it isn't obvious, we're not professionals, especially me.
We're all just figuring it out as we go.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just play drums.
But originally, Mech Anything was going to be the last song. That ending was going to be the ending of the album, but I felt like it didn't capture the theme that we were going for, because the whole album's about death. Every single song is about death in some way, violent or peaceful. And so I wanted to have
death of the music industry.
Oh yeah, because of AI. But I wanted one more song that was just like encapsulating the overall theme. And my name is Jacob Cross, Cameron Farr. We're like, what if we took our names, and so we came up with Farr Cross. This one's nice not an anagram. This one and Cadence are the only ones. Which technically Cadence is an anagram, because it's an anagram of the band Daeccen.
Sure.
So like you could kind of like
in a backwards
way, but this one is not an anagram. This is the only one that's not. And also the only one with vocals. I'm singing.
So something to say is there's a prevailing character throughout the album.
Yeah.
From Icarus on, pretty much. That it was a.
There's technically 3 characters because there's the devil.
Sure, but the main
and then
guy,
there's the album
Icarus.
art Deacon.
Sure.
Yeah, but we overall have one character, which is Icarus, which isn't necessarily Greek Icarus. It's more like symbolism for like a guy, a soldier who died in war. I think specifically a pilot. That's kind of what we were.
Fighter pilot. Yeah. Yep.
And this whole song is just about like how pointless it is to like have your life end for someone else's war, and that's what this song is just about. Where it's like, that's it. It's just done. And so I wanted to incorporate all of the song titles into the lyrics. So I have little Easter eggs of all the songs in the lyrics.
And some of these are mine. Some of these I came up with lyrically.
A good chunk of them are yours. Yeah. I think.
But you did a good job of incorporating song names into lyrics.
Yeah, I really wanted to do that well. I really like the chorus, the veil. We kind of make fun of it every now and then.
It's a meme now.
We kind of just say veil. But I think it's really good. I think it's really pretty. This whole piano I came up with, and I was just like, what if we do a song that's just this piano and just drums? Because I'm the piano guy, you're the drum guy, and the song's called Far Across, so we're like, let's do it. And I think it's a great way.
And that is it musically. Yeah. It's just those 2 instruments.
And I think it's just a really good way to end the album. I'm very happy with it for being the ending. And you dedicated it to your grandma, right?
My grandma. Yep. She had passed a year before we started the band, so
we have a little in memoriam. When we do the music video, we'll do a little dedication to her. But yeah, the song's also just in general about like pointless violence in general, and just like how sad it is. But I also really like this change we made to the ending. It was going to just end there, but I was like, what if it kind of goes a little bit more ominously and just like rings out.
It's a nice fades out, right? Because it is in a theming way. It's like somebody dies, their memory's still there.
Yeah.
Until their lineage dies off or forgets about them.
I'm going to take a second here at the end of the album to say the album art, dude. The album art came out pretty good. My brother did the sketch of the Deacon.
But the initial.
I'll in the video I'm going to put up graphics here. Editor Jacob, put up graphics. Boom. So Cameron took a picture of this spray paint. And this spray paint was just at your work site because you work in construction. Yep. It was just in a trash can, essentially.
Yeah, it's called a Georgia buggy. Yeah, it was in a trash can. I think some freak accident where someone threw a can of spray paint at the Georgia buggy. It popped just a little bit, and it got into this shape, which I saw it, and I immediately saw some skeletal dude with no arms, intestines hanging out the bottom, and it was like a perfectly shaped head and neck. Yeah. And like even the torso with the shoulders.
It's kind of uncanny. Everyone I've shown it to could see it. could see like what it looked like, and immediately we were like, we need to use that as an inspiration for like the album art. So we came up with the idea of the Daeccen, the character, where he's like the deacon of the dead, kind of like a ferryman kind of guy, where he's Grim Reaper type.
Not Kevon.
Kevon,
right?
Yeah.
Kevon is the River
yes,
Styx.
River Styx. Yeah, ferryman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and so we just kind of had that idea for this character, and we had thought about hiring an artist to work on it, but then I ended up coming up to my brother and showed him the spray paint art and started talking about it, and he really wanted to give it a try. So he's
like, I can handle this.
Yeah,
I can do it.
He did a really good job with the sketch. Like it looks pretty real. It's not like hyper real, but it's realistic enough with like
stylized.
It's stylized real. And just it's really cool. And he did a really good job of just like having like the dark, like decayed skin and whatnot. And so
we can talk about the chiaroscuro.
Yeah, the chiaroscuro, yeah.
From a very specific game.
My favorite game, Clair-Obscur Expedition 33. Yeah, we got a little bit inspired.
Hot take, best game.
Hot take, best game. Oh, my dog's barking during all this. It's fine. But yeah, we got inspired by the art style from that, and then also a lot of Elden Ring. Mainly Midra and the Frenzy Flame, and then just like the Golden Order in general. The Elden Ring itself as a sigil, which we use for as a little bit of inspiration.
The halo, our symbol behind.
Yeah.
The classical.
Our band logo. I'll put up a graphic here of the band logo, and so you can see there's like a D and A, and it's supposed to be like all stacked on top of each other. Yeah, we took that, set up as the halo, and then here is the final art. So. My brother did the actual, like, I want to say skeleton, but he's not a skeleton. The corpse dude, the deacon. He did that.
The body.
Yeah, and then I went through and did all the additional stuff, which I gotta say, I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah, you were very hyped when you sent it to me. You're like, check it out,
dude!
I
was like, album art's done. He's like, okay, cool. I'm like, I don't think you understand what you're about to see, my guy. Brace yourself.
Turned out very good.
Yeah, it came out so good. And
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
I think that the fires, that the little flames around it, really
the smoke and whatnot
goes back to Jericho with how the destruction and the fog of war kind of surrounded.
Yeah. One thing I really wanted to go for with the artwork was I wanted it to feel ominous, violent, but peaceful. Because that's kind of what death is. It's ominous, it's violent, but it's also kind of peaceful in a way. And so I was really going for that with like the art style. That's why I went for like this like off gold, where it's like a kind of a sickly orange gold, not like a pure gold. So it doesn't feel like holy, it feels a little eerie. But it's also like, depending on what song you're listening to, you can get a different vibe from it. So if you're listening to Jericho, it feels super ominous and like the end of the world kind of vibes. But when you listen to Far Across, it's a lot more peaceful and it's like finality. But yeah, I'm
melancholic.
Yeah, melancholic. I'm really proud of how this album came out. I think it came out really good. All the songs are really good. We're going to be doing a tier list of like our favorite songs, so which ones we think are objectively the best. There's going to be some hot debates in that, but I think we can both agree the album came out really good for our first album.
Yeah.
For our first band that we've like ever started, pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. We're hoping,
and we do. Hopefully have some more members joining.
We have a couple people in talks about joining, but I feel like at the end of the day we're going to be the heart and soul because we started it up, but yeah,
heart, soul, I guess,
right? Sure. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm very happy with how this album came out, and I hope that you guys enjoy it too, whoever's watching this. But yeah,
hi mom.
Hi mom. But yeah, so thank you for joining us with this commentary, talking about our stuff. We're going to be doing more videos. Like I said, we're going to do the tier list video, but we're also going to do some behind the scenes, so we can go a little bit more in depth per song, because the songs kind of fly by as we're talking, so we can go a little bit more in depth about like little Easter eggs or like little things. Possibly
some playthroughs of the songs.
Yeah, we need to do some practicing, find time to practice and whatnot, and then we can maybe do some playthroughs. But we're also already talking about the next album. So we're going to be working on that
Plenty of ideas, possibly already the whole
Possibly
album.
Too many ideas. It's like, like, how long is this next one going to be? This one's already an hour and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, man.
Let's hit a 20 minute.
Oh, no. No, we got to do a 33. Oh, no.
That meme will be dead by the time the album comes out.
Oh, no. So, anyways, we have a lot of ideas. So, thank you for joining us. We'll see you in...
Look forward. Support artists. Fuck AI.
Fuck AI. Support real artists. Yeah.
And have a good day.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
We'll see you in our next video, whenever that is. Woo!